The entire viewing area is under at least one watch or advisory, and conditions are expected to deteriorate overnight. Let me go to the record cold temperature, and what we're having now is a National Guard deployment. Closed interstate highways, a state of emergency. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. These are just some of the incidents that are developments in the winter storm that is piercing the region with biting wind and chills this week. Today, Indiana Governor Mike Pence declared a state of emergency for 27 Hoosier counties due to this winter storm. He has nearly 200 Indiana National Guardsmen on duty to help local emergency responders across the state, with some teams assigned to Gary and Valparaiso. Indiana State Police say they helped rescue stranded travelers, some of whom were caught in blizzard conditions on interstate highways. Indiana Department of Transportation reopened 81 miles of I-65 and about 35 miles of I-94 today after closing them yesterday for heavy snow accumulation and drifting. I-65 has since been reclosed. As the snowfall dissipated, our Matt Wintz warned about Arctic wind that dropped chill factors to roughly 50 degrees below zero. The National Weather Service said that Chicago today set a new record low temperature for January 6th at 16 degrees below zero. These conditions caused some recent counties to declare emergencies, as well as some cities such as Michigan City and Gary. The falling mercury is setting records and making it dangerous to be outdoors in northwest Indiana. We'll address both topics in the next few minutes. First, meteorologist Matt Wintz is here in the studio, and he joins me now to talk about some of the science behind what's happening.
Sure.
Because I don't know. All I know is that when I walk outside, it's really cold.
You need to know it's really cold outside. And, you know, there's so much hype in news, but I promise you, we're not hyping anything. This is dangerously cold air, coldest we've seen in decades. And, you know, we had all the snow and the wind this weekend, Kristen, but the big thing now is the cold temperatures. We had kind of a hard freeze on all the snowfall out there, so you can't shovel it. The road crews, we mentioned earlier, you know, the salt's not working on the roadways, so lots of problems. And roads are a mess. I can attest to that driving from Chicago this afternoon. 65. I mean, if you've ever been ice skating on an ice skating rink, well, you're driving on one if you're going down 65. So I want everyone obviously to be careful. Good news is there's some warmer temperatures in the 7-day forecast that we'll address. And you can look at the temperatures now outside. Look at that, almost 10, 15, 20 degrees below zero this afternoon and evening. And the winds, that's really what's causing the problems, gusting out of the west 20 to 30 miles per hour, causing that blowing and drifting snow. And then there's your wind chills now outside. Yeah, the color on the map barely goes that low, down to 40 below. So we're going to do a little experiment outside during the newscast. I'm going to start with this dry t-shirt here. You know, I want to do some other things, but obviously we can't get outside, it's too cold. But we've got a dry t-shirt, and what we're going to do with it, we're going to dip this baby in water. I've got a bucket of water down here. And I'm going to take this thing outside, and we're going to show you what it looks like in the weathercast to show you how quickly things are freezing out there, right?
Matt Wintz, science guy, and we'll be coming back to that in just a little bit. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it.
No problem.